Oh, for
live
real?
as live can be, you know?
Good morning, CP Blitz.
Good morning, CP Blitz. I'm really happy to be back. I can't wait to film this podcast.
Where you going?
And I'm just really happy to be here today.
Wow, that's
Okay.
the enthusiasm I was looking for.
Just kidding. I'm so happy. Creighton Prep, big win over Kearney.
It was the biggest of wins,
It was a
and
good
then
win.
also followed by
A pretty massive
pretty
loss.
bad loss.
Yeah.
But
Trust
we
me.
did take a 4-hour bus ride and get a dub.
It's more,
Yeah.
it's more like 3, but
We'll call it 4.
hey, round up, my
That
B.
Kearney-
Round up, my B.
A rest stop on the way back, you know.
Of course, yes.
Bus
Probably.
that can't drive as quick, you know.
Mhm.
Gotta load up the bus, get everybody out. Yeah, it's 4 hours, Coho. Anyways,
Yeah, did you guys go to the North Star game?
I did. I called it.
Were
It
you
was
I did not.
rough.
What
You
do
were- you were there, weren't
What
you?
do
I
you
was
see
there,
out
yeah.
there, Coho?
Just I don't want to dog on the team, but the ability, kind of not being able to play with a big man is going to hurt us. Like
Oh.
LJ last year, kind of just if you were getting down to like you needed a bucket, you just give the ball to LJ in the
Yeah.
post and score. That's not the case this year. They got to be able to shoot the 3 ball. If they don't live by the 3, they're going to die by the 3. That's going to be the
So
theme. That's
true.
going to be the theme of the year.
Yeah.
Unless they can find
They
a
got
force
some
in
really
the
good
post.
shooters, though.
Carson
I mean,
Jones,
obviously.
Rachel,
Rachel.
and Josh Carney. So
Just throw up some bricks and PG will be somewhere to put it back.
That's true.
hey, you see
He's
that like
dirty.
put back that he
Hit
had?
3 in that game.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
PJ's kind of a dog.
Dog, you could say.
A little bit. Yeah,
He
he's a
got that
little
dog
bit of a
stuff.
dog.
He's got that dog in him.
He's got that dog in him.
And
Creighton does not.
Creighton didn't against Nebraska.
Oh, that's embarrassing for a Jay
yeah,
like
that
you.
was tough
Did
to
Jay got
watch.
that?
I don't watch basketball. But
It was tough.
Just like
If
a
I did have to pick a
wall
team, I'd be
thing?
a J guy.
Yeah.
For basketball.
It was honestly, it came off when I was watching the game. Like the Creighton guys didn't really care.
No, they didn't look like they wanted to be there at all. And the Nebraska guys looked like they really
Wanted to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's if you're Hoiberg, you're not getting fired. You're staying on for a couple more years because you just beat the number 7 best team in the country at their place
They were
by a
on
lot.
three-game win streak, and then they lost last night to Indiana. But Indiana's a really good team.
Good, yeah.
So,
Well, they had beaten the last 3 ranked teams they had played.
yeah, that's right.
So Hoiberg's doing something over there, man.
I think that they're kind of like Nebraska puts their chips all in every game.
Yeah, and they're the dark horse of the Big Ten.
Yeah. Oh,
Easily.
yeah. Well, yeah, they're bad in the Big Ten, but they are the dark horse. If you want to call them that.
I mean, swing it to the boys in the pool.
Yeah, get
Swim team.
to the wet
Oh, I mean,
boys.
the way they just moved through that water.
That's majestic. I don't
was
think they'd be
there.
able to do it without the coaching of James Justice.
Of Mr. J.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
he-
there, and it was like quite the atmosphere.
Really?
It was probably the craziest atmosphere I've ever seen.
I'll
I
bet.
mean, the way they were just gliding through that water. Justice was just coaching them to a big dub. I mean, it was just quite the scene to be at.
Does Burke have
If I
a
could
pool?
put it.
Yeah, they do.
They
Like,
do?
when you walk in their locker room, you can.
Smell
Yes, it's very strong.
it. I kind of wish we had a pool.
I mean, I do too.
I mean,
Yeah.
just for like recreational purposes.
Would you think prep would like make students like take a swim class?
Yeah, during
no.
study hall, the boys could just go for a dip, you know?
Do you think they'd actually? Do you think you can do that or no?
Well, public schools do it.
Yeah, but do you think like if I actually had a free period, like can I go in the pool?
I don't know.
I feel like
I
you
think
can.
if I went to Burke and I had time to do something, the last thing I'd want to do is get in that swimming pool.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Like prep would have a nice one though. Like it'd be really really well kept and
I think we'd have to like have a lifeguard on duty at all times.
It would
I think
probably,
so.
No, it'd probably just be like straight chlorine the second you walked in there.
no,
I
I
don't
think
know
prep,
if I want that.
I think prep would do a better job than
I don't know
kind
if
of
you
what
can really
other high
control
schools do.
that though.
Well, you can. Prep would get like state of the art everything and like get people that come in and make sure everything's good. It's not too big.
You
for
know what would actually be sick?
Hmm.
If we just get like a football stadium before we go to swim.
Like that would be cool.
I was thinking another bell tower on the north side this time.
I was thinking like more the east side.
Yeah, that works too.
By the Hyder, like you could put one like right in the middle of the east field. Like it looks so cool.
Like I want a bunch of bells.
Yeah, man, that'd be dope.
And the dub over Central.
And the
Which
winner
I don't-
Burke invite.
Yeah.
So
one
the
of
boys-
them
The boys are on a revenge tour though. They're not losing 3
They're not
years in a row.
Yeah, they got another good squad.
It's
this year,
been 3
because they're
years
all-
without a
2 years
state
without state
title.
championship. We've won state in 2
We're
years.
supposed
In
to
any
win.
sport.
They've
by the way.
also won the last 21 out of 23 or something.
We've
Yeah,
lost
that's also
21
crazy
out of
stat.
23, but have not won
In the last two.
2 years. So
So you do the math.
do with you please as with those stats. That's
Mhm.
basically saying that.
World Cup. What
Yeah.
a sad time to be. What a proud time to be a U.S. citizen.
Yeah.
honestly.
I think that was actually a very winnable game.
Oh,
I don't
100%.
really know much about soccer. Or
We
like,
beat Iran, and that's really all I care about.
I watched the game. Obviously, like I didn't wake up in time, so I kind of caught missed the first couple minutes. But Pulisic had one-on-one with the keeper like
Yeah,
very
that
early,
was super early. Yeah.
but he thought he was offside, so he just like kind of like kicked it. You could say
yeah.
like kind of just like freaked out, but like he was on, he didn't know, and then the keeper saved it, and then they went right back down, counterattack, scored, and then the knife in the chest was the score right before halftime.
Halftime. Yeah. That
Or with like a
second goal,
minute, there was a minute of extra time and they
Yeah.
scored.
That was rough. It seemed like every time they got the ball down on our side of the pitch, they
It was
put it in the back of the
scary.
net. But we had a lot of opportunities.
But I'm really excited when the World Cup comes to North America. The USA is going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be a
That'll
good
be really
squad.
fun. And they're supposed to be playing in KC a little bit too.
Mhm.
So that'll be cool.
Um,
Remaining teams: France, Brazil, Croatia, Argentina, Netherlands, England, Morocco,
Morocco.
and then Portugal.
I got my money in Morocco. I'm telling you, I think they're the dark horse.
Who did they just
there.
beat?
Spain.
Yeah.
and Croatia beat Japan in penalties.
But at the same time, I think France has a shot.
I think
really
Brazil.
do.
I think Brazil. Will beat-
Mbappe.
Mark my words. Brazil will beat France in the final.
I like
2-1.
France.
I like France.
Yeah, once they-
Mbappe is insane. I've watched one France game and I like.
He's
was like,
crazy.
Who is that?
I don't know. I don't think Portugal's. I don't know why
Portugal,
Ronaldo didn't. I don't know why Ronaldo didn't play.
Apparently, he's like second string.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, I thought they sat him because he had an injury, and then the guy that like replaced him
Scored,
He
like,
went
immediately.
crazy.
Yeah,
he went.
I
He
know.
scored like hat trick.
No, I think he's supposed to be like better. Really.
Okay.
I'm not saying Ronaldo's washed, but I think
Wow. Hot take from Carson Reynolds. Cristiano Ronaldo is
he's
washed.
washed.
Washed. And then kind of the last thing, but
No, not the last thing. If there has been a second that any of you listen to this whole podcast, it should be right now. Okay?
yeah, I agree.
Go over it right now. Number 1 seed, college football, Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia's best team. They're gonna
They're
gonna
Win the
easily
Natty.
walk
Easily.
their way through the Natty. Second
Mhm.
should be
It's Michigan.
Michigan. Michigan should be second. Okay, they're the second best team in the nation. They're the only team that's got a shot that's in it. Okay,
Oh,
Third
I
string.
think someone's not in it.
I think someone's
Alabama.
No, no,
Listen, let me talk.
no.
Let me explain.
No, he's
Alabama
No, he's not.
Right.
should be the third
No, they
third
shouldn't.
seed. Okay, and I say this because they're the only team that can compete with Georgia that is not in the playoff. They've lost 2 games by 4 points. Okay.
Okay.
Fourth, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. TCU. Don't tell me TCU can lose to K-State and then not even move down to the 4th. They should be playing Georgia.
I agree.
Yeah,
College
sure.
football playoff is a scam. And
No,
until
I think
it's-
it would've-
until it's 12 teams. I'm upset.
Well, that's the thing. If it was a 12-team playoff, teams like Bama and LSU would
Tulane would be in the top 12. They
Yeah.
would be playing in the CFP.
They should be.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think honestly
Ohio
you
State
can't put a
should-
2-loss team.
How do you
in,
put Ohio State in, bro? They got beat by like 21.
I think honestly,
Which
if
keep in
it
mind-
comes down to it, I think Bama is hot take. Bama is a better team than Ohio State is. I think Bama is the
Oh,
only.
it's not a hot take.
I think Bama. If you were to look at those two,
Bama's the number 3 team in the country because they're better than TCU too.
yeah, but I just hate TCU. Well, they had a hard schedule. No, they didn't. They played.
No.
They lost to Kansas State. In the
Bama had a hard schedule.
Bama had a hard schedule. They played Tennessee away.
And
They played LSU in Death Valley.
I am not an Alabama fan.
They
by
played
any
Ole Miss
means, and I've
in
never
Oxford.
cheered for 'em.
They played
Yeah.
like the other ranked teams in the country, not even at home. They played them all away. They lost to Tennessee by what, 3 or 1?
And Tennessee with
They
Hendon
lost to
Hooker.
LSU by 1, I think. Tennessee. They were all 1-score games.
Tennessee by 3 and LSU by 1 on a 2-point conversion.
Hendon Hooker doesn't go out injured.
Tennessee,
things.
I don't
could be
know.
different, but they're not top 14.
But another thing that was weird is that Tennessee is not above Alabama in the top 7, and I was like, even I know Bama's still better, but
but not in the SEC.
Tennessee did beat Bama.
Alabama is the
Straight
third.
Honestly, yes.
they're
If I
third
if
in
I
the
didn't look at
SEC.
records, I'd say Bama's
If
top.
But
3.
Bama's
Tennessee still had a
Bama's
record, they
third in
might
the
get that
SEC
too.
right now.
Oh, TC would be out.
Yeah.
If Tennessee
And Ohio
didn't
State
lose,
probably.
You
Tennessee
hear that?
didn't lose 2
What?
games.
Bama's third in the SEC, but I think they were third in the nation.
I agree. Wait, who's second in the SEC?
Tennessee, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think. Last time I checked, I thought it was Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama.
I think
Dude, the SEC is literally insane.
it's crazy.
Because who's 4? Or LSU?
Yeah.
And then Ole Miss.
Well, they won the LSU won the West. So
I believe it.
So they're
technically, yeah, I mean
I believe it.
that they're the top 6 teams in the SEC are all top 10 teams.
Yeah.
Arguably, Ole Miss kind of did not play well the last 2 games of the season, but like arguably like 60 of the SEC teams should be in the top 10.
Yeah, that's true.
Who do you guys? I mean, I think we all know who we think is gonna win. I think TCU is gonna get smoked, and it's not even gonna be close.
That is a hot take though, because I don't know.
TCU play State?
I don't know if they're gonna get smoked.
Well,
But
that's,
No.
that's,
I don't
those are
think
the
they're
2
winning.
worst teams. In the,
I don't think they're
No, they
winning.
play Michigan
I think it'll be Ohio State and
play 2
Bama.
seed, yeah.
because it'd be Georgia, Ohio State, and
Yeah.
then Michigan. Yeah, Michigan, TCU. Because everyone's like, oh, I don't want a
Or-
Michigan.
I said Bama.
I don't want a Michigan Ohio State final.
Georgia.
Which would be cool,
Yeah,
but
Georgia beats Ohio State by
14.
14. Yeah.
I
Maybe
just,
even more, to be honest.
dude,
What's the
TCU
spread?
doesn't stand a chance.
Well, that game isn't even.
Doesn't
Oh,
get
it's
to
like
yeah.
in a month.
I think, okay, Heisman. The biggest snub was Blake Corum. Not even being a
Yeah.
finalist
That's true.
and putting Caleb Williams, who, don't get me wrong, had a great game against UCLA and then played awful in the Pac-12 championship game. Threw 2
Yeah,
picks
they
and a
got
fumble.
smoked by Utah.
Yeah. That team would also be a top 10 team if they weren't
Utah?
hurt. If they weren't hurt.
Or Utah?
Utah.
Yeah, they're really
Easily.
good.
They're good.
They're, what's their quarterback's name? Kenny?
Cam Rising.
Yeah, Rising.
Yeah.
He's really tough.
Who do you think is going to win the Heisman? I think it'll be the winner of the national championship, honestly.
I think it's before, though, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know.
It might. I think it might be the
they're
week
about same
before.
time. Yeah, I think it might be the week before. Georgia doesn't really have any Heisman guys.
Stetson.
I don't think Stetson better. He's not like
Who think when the Natty is going to win? He's going to win the
a
Heisman.
finalist, but no.
he's like Mr. Reliable though. He doesn't really like.
Look who he's throwing to. Look at his
Yeah,
defense.
well,
He's getting
yeah.
carried.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, and then the Georgia Brock Bowers. He should probably be a finalist too. The tight end.
Yeah, but he's not.
It's just- it's
it
a lot-
better not go to Stroud.
It better not, and it shouldn't go to Williams.
Shouldn't go to Caleb Williams either.
Isn't
It should go to
is
It should go to Bryce
what's
Young.
his name? Is Bryce Young in the top 4
Right.
too?
Yeah, Bryce Young doesn't really have much.
He's not going to be advocated
It's weird
because
to
he's
say
not
he doesn't
playing
have
in
much
this.
talent to work with, but
Who's Bama playing? Aren't they playing like K-State?
Yeah, play K State. That's right.
They're going to kill him.
Maybe.
If they
Hey,
don't
shout
like,
out K State on this season though.
hey,
This was
honestly,
a good season for the
what
Cats.
was their record? Were they like 10-2?
They lost
9-3.
2-3. They
9-3 or 10-2. It's still a good season for them.
Who did they beat? Like
think of this though: TCU and the
who was their
Natty,
big upset?
which is just weird.
Well, they beat OU.
Big upset.
They beat OU early in the year
Yeah, that's what
when OU was top 10, and they were like 20. I think they lost to TCU.
They beat like Texas, I think.
Yeah. Well, if you look at it though, that was Bama's biggest win.
What?
Was Texas.
That first game of the season?
Second game, yeah. They didn't
Well, they
beat
should have
anybody.
won that game, first of all.
No.
But
Sorry, Texas is going to be good in the next couple of years, by the way.
you know,
Sarkisian's doing a good job.
Texas A&M is not, but that's a different story.
Yeah, Jimbo's. They can't even fire him because his contract's too big.
What were you saying? There's like 1,000 players in the transfer
Yeah,
portal.
there's over 1,000 players in the transfer
950
portal.
of them are from Texas A&M.
And I did the
Wait,
math.
what?
No, that's a
Oh.
joke.
I did the
They have like
math.
20 though.
I think there's only about like 9,000 football players.
1,000 of them are in the
NCAA.
transfer portal.
Yeah, I don't know. How many are on a team?
Oh, did you see
How
Smith?
many guys are on a football team?
55, right? That make the
Well,
active
like an
that
active roster.
that you could suit up on game day. 55.
Yeah.
So there's like 8,500.
Oh.
So
Dude, that's insane. So
we'll say
like
we'll say
10%?
10,000. We'll say 10,000.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah.
Still, it's
So 10% of all of college football is in the transfer portal.
I think I'm looking at it with no Njigba for Ohio State because he's already committed to the draft.
He's so good though.
He's not playing.
Yeah,
He
he's
hasn't
not
played all
playing.
year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's hurt. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because he probably could have been a Heisman runner this year
for sure.
easily.
Probably could have won it with
He
the
probably
with the
would've
start
been-
he had.
He would have been the best wide receiver in the Big Ten.
I just
think.
wish Blake
In
Coleman
the
didn't get hurt.
nation.
In the nation.
I don't know.
He was.
I look at it. I'm like, there's Georgia, and then there's just the drop off to Michigan. Like Michigan's good, but they're gonna get beat.
The drop off from Michigan to then Ohio State and TCU though was pretty big.
I think a lot of people don't remember that Ohio State also the game was close in the fourth quarter. Like it was a 7-point game, and then
like they just
and then
ran
they just
away.
turned and then they just ran away with it. Like it
That's
was
true.
a close game throughout the game. It's not like Michigan came up from the start and just blew them out.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I just think Bama should be in. Bama also shouldn't have lost to LSU if they're like really.
If you think about
Yeah,
it.
see how I turned you?
You did honestly.
Because when I started talking about Bama, you were like, no.
I
It's all right,
like
though.
when you look at records though. It's like okay,
Yeah,
two loss team
When you
can't
look
get
at
in,
records, you can't put them in. But
and that's what they look at. They don't look at. They look at records. Look, one loss, undefeated. One loss, undefeated.
they
The
should
point
be-
differential
they
for
should just
Bama is
have
better than
Vegas.
Ohio State.
They did
It's
have
2
Vegas
games.
make top 4.
Those are kind of. I don't think Duggan will win the Heisman. I don't think so. I think it'll probably be if Stetson. If
Is
they
he-
get to
is
they
he
get to the
a
Natty, it'll be Stetson. Huh?
Is he finalist?
Yeah.
I mean, all right, let's take a picture real quick and wrap this up.
Who do you think wins each?
I
Bowl game.
think Michigan beats TCU.
Handily.
I'm gonna go. $38-14,
Okay. Ooh.
and then Georgia beats Ohio State. 21-10.
Okay.
I think there's gonna be. I don't know. I'm just gonna go 21-10. I kind of like that, and then I think Georgia
likes that?
beats Ohio State
Who
in the
likes that?
Natty.
Like so.
I want to go 42-21.
Michigan, TCU. Michigan's going to barely pull it out by 3, 24-27.
I think it's it.
Georgia beats OSU. I don't know. 18-32.
Ooh.
Going for a weird one there. And then Georgia is going to beat Michigan 49-10.
Michigan beats TCU by 14. I'll go 35. 21. I think Georgia Ohio State will be close because Ohio State does not want to get blown out for the second straight game in a row. I think Georgia will win with a touchdown late and then a pick. I think I'll go 42-35. I think it'll be a high scoring game. I think Stroud will throw the ball around and maybe make his case for the Heisman. Michigan, Georgia in the final. I think rematch of last year's semifinal. I just think Georgia's the better team. I'm going to go 28-21. No. 28-17.
I like it.
Well, it's the last episode before Christmas
Yeah,
because we will not be here next week.
but we will be here next semester.
Next semester, you'll get more CP Blitz. A lot more college hoops, though.
Yeah.
Because there will be no football.
Things
left.
will be different.
By the time we come back, it'll almost be. That's not true at all. I was
What?
gonna say it'll almost be March Madness, but
No, we got 2 months. That'll be a
yeah.
good.
That'll be
That'll
that's a
week,
good time
though.
of year.
We usually do a bracket. We'll do a bracket.
Yeah, we will.
Well, have
Merry
a
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everybody, and
What they said.
Just another